Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am getting the room ready. Come hang out with me. Yeah, we have about 3 minutes. Hey, Debbie. How's it going, girl? And April. Good morning, ladies. How was your week? Hi, Denise. Good morning. I am sitting here trying to wake up. I've had 1 cup of coffee and I'm out of creamer. I'm out of almond milk. I'm out of everything. Will you guys let me know if you can see and hear me okay? Otherwise, I will make some adjustments. Right now, my computer is sitting on my keto cookbooks. So, Beth, bummer, dude. You're at work. Hi, Ima and Mary and Pat and Tammy and Pamela. Good morning. If anyone is on here and wants to moderate, I would love it. So I hope you have your water. If you don't have your water, you have 2 minutes to go get some water. So go get some water. We've got to drink some water. Everybody. Hey, Rachel, cool. First time live. That's awesome. And Carolina, she's got her hand up. That's so cute. I love the little emojis. So I'm glad you all can hear me. I feel like I'm a little verklempt, right? From Saturday Night Live, verklempt. And I've been talking to my husband this morning, but I have to get myself amped up here to talk to you guys. I currently have a ginormously huge vlog that I have been editing because the last couple of days I don't think I've put anything up. So I'll show you someone said your camera looks like a phone. It is. This is my old phone that I used to vlog on. So I took everything off of it. It's a wonderful phone. It's a Samsung Note 5. It has the little pen, it has a little pen on it. It's so cool. And I love this phone, but my husband upgraded and got a buy one, get one free. So I upgraded. You guys remember I upgraded to the S9 Plus. So now I just use this exclusively for vlogging. And I think my friend Anita asked me what I use to edit my vlogs. I use KineMaster, KineMaster. And then I get my music I use royalty-free, copyright-free music, and I get it from all over the place. So that's how I do my very unsophisticated vlogging. I do not have a $500, $600, $1,000 vlogging camera. I just make it as easy as I can make it for my busy life. Oh, Denise, thank you, sweetie. That's very, very nice. She said I look amazing. I just got out of the shower, so I don't have crazy hair yet. So, and True Treats is here, and Stephanie Jordan is here, and Stephanie gained. That's okay, Stephanie. You were on vacation, girl. 1.6 for vacation is fabulous. Karen is a first-timer to our little live support meeting. I'm like, butter. Oh, yeah, Jen, I love that. We're talking about Saturday Night Live right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started because I tend to ramble. So how was your week? This is a little weight loss support group for those of us that just need a little extra something to get us through the daily journey. And I had been going to meetings and just find that saving some money, I had been going to Weight Watcher meetings. And so I find that saving the money for that and coming on here, because most of my support honestly is coming from you guys. So I thought I would kind of harness that and then make it available to anybody else out there that just needs a little extra support. So we're just here to hang out, be positive, support each other, drink water. My mouth is really dry, so we just got back from a walk, my husband and I. I weighed in at down 1.2 this week, so I am definitely headed in the right direction. I'm so excited. So Pamela's down 2.4. That's fabulous, Pamela. That's great. You're losing again. That's such a good feeling. So I've made a good shift. I've turned myself back around. For those of you guys that are new to my channel, I am doing Weight Watchers. I started back last October and was on a really great trajectory for a while, and then got a little derailed this summer just due to life. I let life sort of derail me. And my goal has been to not gain back the weight that I've lost so far and sort of, turn myself back around into a losing pattern again. And I've just been real gentle with myself. And honestly, a lot of that is attributed to you guys's giving me wisdom and input. I've had such great advice here on YouTube. I think that's why I want to give back and continue to vlog and have a little bit of support. So I do not represent Weight Watchers. I don't work for Weight Watchers. This is not a Weight Watchers meeting. I would never ever take business away from them or pretend that I'm associated with them. At this point, I do use their online app. And this last week, I used the Simply Filling portion of the app, and I had such a good week. I think that was exactly what I needed to do this week, was to focus again on the Simply Filling foods list for myself. If you want to know what that list is, I will post it down below. And basically on Weight Watchers, what you do is you eat primarily from that list. So you can make recipes and you can really eat any way that you want, with the goal of, stopping eating when you're soft, full, or satisfied. So you don't want to be full, stuffed full. You want to be a soft, full. You want to be satisfied. So you eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're full, when you're satisfied. And then count points for things that are not on the list. And I ate out the last 3 days, and I still had a loss this week. And I feel really good. I feel like I'm back, headed in the right direction. So let's see. Thank you, Carolyn from Louisiana. You're very sweet. Pat Wilson, let's see. You're up 0.3. Okay, I know that's frustrating, Pat, but hang in there. I totally understand where you're at. I hope you know that. We have all been there, and that's one great thing about having group support, is that we have all been there. And so we need to be really careful not comparing ourselves to others and not looking at other people's journeys, but really kind of looking inside and reflecting. I hear my husband creeping around. You want to come say hi? Okay. So anyway, hey, Mary Vitro, I'm glad you're here, my friend. Smart Points Diva, thank you very much. Hey, Gina, would you mind moderating for me? Gina Pearson's in the house. She has a channel and is a content creator here on YouTube. So go check her out. She's also doing Weight Watchers. She's doing the Freestyle program. So if you want to let me know, are you on a weight loss journey? If you are, or if you're maintaining, I'd love to know what you're doing and how your week went. And remember last week, what we talked about was activating the day. So every morning we have to reactivate when we are on a weight loss journey or in maintenance. And I love, I always go back to Fat Dad. He talks about we're all lifetimers because lifetime starts right now. And so we just have to wake up every morning with that question in our minds of what are we going to do today to stay on the journey. And so I hope you all had a good week sort of thinking about that. I thought a lot about that. Smart Points lost 1.2 pounds on Freestyle. Beth was up 0.8. I know Beth. Okay, so Beth was up 0.8. She ate out a lot. Listen, I ate out the last 3 days, so I feel smaller, and I feel like I would have had a better loss, but there's a lot of sodium in food that we get outside of our homes. For preservative reasons and for taste reasons, a lot of restaurants add a lot of sodium, and so that can cause a lot of us to retain water. So, Pat, good. I'm glad that you have some hope. I definitely have hope. Never give up hope. So I wanted to kind of tell you all, for a family, heard Fat Dag say hello to me last week. I know, that was so fun. Okay, I'm like a big Fat Dag fan. If you don't know who Fat Dag is and you are on Weight Watchers, I really think that he's great for anyone on a weight loss journey. But if you're on Weight Watchers, he is military. And he's so motivational for me. I feel like nursing and military life mirror each other in a lot of ways. And so the way that he thinks is I often identify with that. And, I'm not military. I'm not saying that I'm military or that I pretend to know anything about being in the military. But we have very regimented ways of doing things and of living. And, we're in life or death, life and death situations. And so I really identify with him. And it was interesting. I looked this week. I was reading some articles on obesity and nursing that really mirror what he talks about in terms of obesity in the military. And nurses, we are number 5 on the top 5 fattest professions. In other words, the top 5, groups of people in terms of work, if they group us in terms of professions, we're number 5. So number 1 was truck drivers. And then nurses, orderlies, PCTs, LPNs were number 5. Of all the professions, you think of all the professions they surveyed. So I was like, oh, okay, that's great. And if you all don't know, the CDC also reported recently that 40% of Americans are obese. And I believe in England, it's in the 30% range. And so we definitely have work to do to take care of ourselves, you guys. So Beth is also a huge Fat Dad fan. Okay, A Day in the Life, Marissa says that she's been on Weight Watchers since April. She's lost 10 pounds, but she's been struggling for the past 2 months and not losing. And I just got back from a family vacation and are looking at switching diets. Okay, well, that actually really aligns in with what I wanted to talk to you all about today. Before I do that, I want to show you a couple things. First thing is, I don't know if you've seen this magazine on the newsstand. Hopefully, I'm sure it's turned itself around. I can't tell if I'm doing a mirror image or not, but it's from Diabetic Living, and it's their Eat Cheap, Eat Healthy magazine. You know how they have some of these magazines come out. They're more like periodical type things. They come out every 3 or 4 months. But this has some amazing recipes that are so Weight Watcher, Freestyle, Simply Filling, I Track Bites, diabetic, Diet Exchange eating, like just so friendly to that and inexpensive. And so I tried a couple things out of here this last week, and I loved, they have one section on waffles that I thought was so cool. It's all these different ways to make waffles from breakfast to lunch. Anyway, it's just chock full of ideas and recipes. And then it also has like cost-saving ideas so that you can, because a lot of times we're like, healthy food is so expensive and we need ideas. And this is just a great resource. I got it at the grocery store in the magazine rack by the cash register. So, while you're waiting, check this out and tell me what you think about it. I loved it. I bought it. It was $10, but it's got so many ideas and I'm always looking for ideas. It's just got, beautiful pictures, just all kinds of neat things, neat recipes. I just thought it was great. And it's just chock full. There's no fluff. There's no ads. There's no articles. It's all food related. So highly recommend that. Then I also got this really interesting from Tops. This is their Diabetic Exchange Program Manual. And I'll talk about it more later. It's really interesting. It has like some different guides and meal plans that are very Weight Watchers friendly. So I'll talk about this at another, time, but I just wanted to show you, I got this in the mail. And the best thing about it was that they have a meal plan in here. If you guys like really structured eating, because they do exchanges, they have a 28-day meal plan in here. That is such a great, I think this would be a great way to start really anything, Weight Watchers related or any other kind of MyFitnessPal. It gives you a lot of ideas and it tells you how to do exchanges as well. So I got this on Amazon. It's called Real Life, the Hands-On Pounds Off Guide. It's from Tops, Real People, Real Weight Loss. So I got it on Amazon. I've started to read it. It's very interesting. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about expectations. And so I was walking this morning and thinking about this. I've been thinking about this all week, more in terms of my job and my life, my upcoming life stuff. My kids are going off to college next week, and just expectations that I have of myself. And I did a talk a few years ago to a group of women at church on identifying our expectations. And I really think that this applies to weight loss. And so when I started my journey years ago, I used to write out, I am going to be, my goal weight is 169 pounds. Like that's the weight I would love to be. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I used to write, I'm going to weigh 169 pounds by January 1st, 1994. Okay, let's get real here, because I've been doing this for a long time. And I would get to January 1st of 1994 and I wouldn't be 169 pounds. And what happens? We give up. But I never really figured out, I never really put together that I needed to, first of all, figure out what my expectations were. And then second of all, look at them in a way that was asking myself if they were realistic. And then also being able to adjust those expectations. So if you look at expectations, there's a difference between expectations and goals. All right, so think about this. So expectations, I'm going to read you the definition. It's a strong belief that something will happen in the future. And I think we all go into our weight loss journeys really believing that this is it, that I have found the perfect plan. We were just talking about, I'm thinking about switching plans, whether it's keto, whether it's my fitness pal, whether it's gastric bypass, you're like, this is the magic bullet, the magic pill. I'm going to go to all my Weight Watchers meetings and this is going to fix me. And that's the expectation. We have this strong belief, almost like we have a crystal ball and we can look in it and go, I'm going to do it this time, right? And then we get to whatever this date is or this idea is in our heads that we've set up for ourselves, and we're not there. Whether it be I started on Monday and then at my weigh-in the following Monday, I didn't lose a pound or 2 pounds or 20 pounds. We have failed this belief that we have in our minds, this expectation. Okay, the difference is a goal. So a goal is the object of our ambition or effort. So the goal is your why. It is your where I want to be and why I want to be there in weight loss. And so for me, my goal is not just 169 pounds, but it's this person that I envision in my head. And I don't know if you guys have done any like visualization and tried to think about yourself at goal weight, which I think is really healthy. I do really well when I do this before I go to bed at night. I stay on track a little bit better when before I go to bed, after I've done I like to do prayers. I think about aiming at goal, and that sort of kind of quiets me down and recenters me and helps me reactivate the next morning. But the difference is goals are different because we don't, we have less of a potential of getting frustrated and quitting than an expectation. So for example, I had expectations when I started last October with Weight Watchers to get to goal by my 46th birthday, which is in October of this year, and I'm not going to get there. So my temptation is to quit completely. That is my temptation because Weight Watchers did not meet my expectations. You guys did not meet my expectations. YouTube didn't meet my expectations. All the days that I tracked didn't meet my expectations of getting to my goal by October. Okay. Another expectation that I had was to be on plan perfectly every day from when I started in October to today. And I have failed myself multiple times. Do you understand the difference between a goal or an expectation is so unrealistic in a lot of ways, whereas a goal is more concrete. It is something that you actually can do. You can look at getting to that. And the way that you get there isn't always a straight path. It can be very wiggly squiggly. So another expectation I had was to lose 2 pounds a week. So, and these are all things that I'm just like now identifying. Like I actually, in my mind was like, I'm going to lose 2 pounds a week. I'm going to get to my goal weight by my birthday, and I'm going to be perfect on plan every day. And I'm going to go to every Weight Watcher meeting. And I have not fulfilled those expectations of myself. And so therefore, I label myself as a failure and I want to give up or switch plans or whatever. So if we can shift that away to more of a why or goal-oriented thinking, then we don't have as much temptation to jump ship. So one way that we do that is we have to identify our expectations. And this goes for all things in life, like I expect my job to go perfectly and that I'll always be perfect and never make a mistake. And that the clinic that I'm opening up is going to run beautifully and perfectly. Well, when that doesn't happen, does that mean that I failed as a person? No. Okay. But my goal is that the clinic that I'm building will help patients, that we will grow, that we will thrive, that we will provide excellent care. Those are my goals. So what do I need to do to get to the goal? So identify the expectation. What is the expectation? And then ask yourself, is it realistic? So what is your expectation for today, you guys? My expectation is always, I'm going to be perfect on plan. Is that realistic for me? And can I switch that instead to my goal for the day? So my goal for today is to track today. My goal is to drink water. And my goal is to try to get my steps. My expectation is always, I'm going to get 10,000 steps. And then when I don't, I want to stop tracking my steps, right? So we have to kind of shift it around that. And then you have to ask yourself, what's your expectation? Is it realistic? What happens if I fail? Okay. So if your expectation of Weight Watchers is that it's going to get you to your goal weight and you're not there yet, what now? Are you a failure? Did the plan fail you? Well, let's shift your thinking. What is your goal? My goal is to get to goal weight, right? To get healthy, to get happy, to be able to play with my grandkids, to be able to go on a trip, to be able to look beautiful at my wedding, whatever those, whys and ideas are. Is that a realistic goal for you? And how are you going to get there? So when we look at our expectations and we look at them and they're not realistic, you also need to ask yourself, how can I adjust this expectation so that it's realistic for you? Okay. So for me, my expectation right now of getting to my goal weight by my birthday is not realistic. So my goal instead is to stay on Weight Watchers as best that I can, to make that effort every day, to get up and reactivate. That's like my goal right now, is to reactivate every morning, to get my tracker out. I'm loving Simply Filling. So my goal is to eat really healthy whole foods that are on the Simply Filling list. And when I eat something off the list, my goal is to put it in my tracker. Okay. My goal is to try to drink more water. Is it realistic for me to expect myself to drink however many liters of water I'm supposed to be drinking? No, it's not. So the goal is to implement more water, to try. So anyway, I was thinking about that a lot this week, and I had a lot of expectations of myself going into this summer that I was going to lose all this weight and I was going to get to my goal weight by my birthday, and that's not going to happen. But that doesn't mean that I've lost track or lost sight of what my ultimate goal is and my why, which is I want to be the healthiest that I can be so that I can take care of the people around me. I want to be here, you guys. I want to live. And so if I continue on the other path of getting, to that 300-pound mark, I just was not able to participate in life and live the life that I want to live. And I can't help anybody else if I'm laying around because my back hurts, or, if I don't want to go out because I'm embarrassed for anyone to see me. When I was getting up to 300 pounds, that's how I felt every day. I didn't want to, I was so embarrassed because I was wearing a lot of my stress and stuff on my body in the form of fat because I was stress eating. And I didn't want to go do anything. I remember going to Hawaii, and on my vlog that I'm going to put up today for you guys, I have a picture at the beginning of it of me in Hawaii at 279 pounds. And I just remember going and hiking like these waterfalls and swimming out in the ocean. and worrying about my body the whole time. You know, is my body going to be able to handle this? Am I going to hurt myself? Am I going to drown? Am I, you know, like just crazy stuff, all related to my weight, you know, and it wasn't even cosmetic at that point. It was more, I couldn't push myself in the way that I wanted to push myself to enjoy myself in Hawaii. So anyway, those are just sort of my thoughts for the week. They're not overly refined, but I think that they're useful for me. So maybe they'll be of some use to you guys. So yes, Gina, wearing your stress. That's right. A lot of us wear our stress in the form of a fat suit. And unfortunately, people can see it. They see that you're stressed or that something's wrong. I think when you're overweight, you wear your problems in a different way than people that are not overweight. You know, I can't always tell that other people are stressed out. You know, people that are fit and in shape, you're not thinking, oh, they must have a chaotic life. But I feel like when I'm really overweight, when I'm, you know, near that 300-pound mark, I don't take care of myself as well. And I know people can just see it, that I'm just wearing, you know, a lot of the dysfunction and chaos. And so I don't want to be there ever again. And it is a fight and a battle, you guys. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. We have to have a lot of courage and a lot of hope. And every morning we have to believe in ourselves. You know, I personally believe in God, and I have to put my faith in a higher power to get me through. There are times when I'm fighting this urge to eat, this compulsion to eat. And the only way that I can overcome it is by praying. That's what works for me. I know some of you meditate. Maybe you need to reach out to a friend, phone a friend, you know, or get a hobby, you know, do something, distract yourself. There's lots of ways that we can deal with it. And it can be very difficult. And there are lots of difficult paths in life. So there's lots of battles that people are fighting. And the battle of obesity is hard. And in the United States, we have 40% of Americans that are obese. 40% of us are fighting this battle. And we need to fight it together and not fight against each other. I think if you need to change plans, I think that that's totally an option. But just make sure that you're not changing the plan when you really need to be changing yourself, if that makes sense. That you need to be doing the head work, that you need to be looking for support. Have you really been working the plan the way the plan is laid out, whichever plan it is? Most weight loss plans, if you work the plan will work. Okay, so before you change the plan, you really need to look at changing yourself. Have I changed myself? Have I changed my actions? If you've changed your actions, you've worked the plan, you know, you're implementing all the tools and you're not losing weight, then yes, that is a time to say, okay, maybe there's something physical going on. I need to go to the doctor and get evaluated. Maybe I need to look at a different way of eating because this way of eating is not jiving with my body. I know I tried to do a few weeks ago, I tried to do keto style eating, and I did not feel great in terms of my GI system. I felt really sluggish and grouchy, and it just wasn't something that I wanted to do long term for myself. And so I went back to Weight Watchers. For me, I just love the Weight Watchers way of eating. I have for years. And oh, I do want to show you hold on. I'll show you my striped shirt. But hold on a second. I almost forgot. Hold on. I'm getting it. Just a second. It's important. I had to run. I almost forgot to show you all. I'm back. I wanted to show you this. This is something that every morning before I leave the house, I have it by my door that I go out. And every morning I anchor myself. This is back when I lost 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. This is my 70-pound bookmark from my initial journey with Weight Watchers. And I ended up giving up on myself because I got stressed. I was in nursing school and I got really stressed out. And we moved at the same time. And I did a similar thing that similar to what I did this last summer, where I started stress eating, but I didn't catch myself. And I didn't reach out for support. And so I look at this every time before I leave, and I reactivate, I anchor myself, and I tell myself that I can do it because I've done it before. And so this is when I started at 288 pounds. I got down 70 pounds, 70 some pounds. I think the lowest I ever got was 209. And then I just let myself creep back up. And it was funny because it took years. But I would encourage you all to get an anchor that will help you reactivate in the morning so that you can set your goals for the day and so that you can really evaluate your expectations of yourself. And when you fall down, just pick yourself right back up. You know, stay in orbit, you guys. Keep going. I'm still in orbit. I'm still going. I hope you all are still in orbit with me. We'll be like an asteroid field. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm going to get going. Let me see if there's any little comments that I want to. Sorry, I didn't get to read all your comments out loud. Penny says that she's having trouble deciding between classic points and points plus. They focus on different attributes of food. So what Penny is talking about is the iTrack Bites app that has classic points, points plus, and smart points and freestyle. There's 4 different Weight Watchers programs on there. Classic points is calories, fat, and fiber. Points plus, I believe, added, the points went up. They added carbs in there or something, you guys. I can't remember. Sugar. And then smart points, I think, added carbohydrate, sugar, saturated fat. I can't remember. But Penny, I would just encourage you to pick one of the plans. Be really faithful at it. Maybe you need to do it for a month and not just a day or a week. Stick to one of those plans for a month and see how you feel on it. And if you need to adjust, you know, make sure you've done the head work. Are you just flipping around because you're not actually working one of the programs? And I'm talking about myself, you guys. Usually when I feel like flipping to a different program, it's because I'm not working the program that's in front of me. So I'm like looking for an excuse, you know. Thank you, Denise. Love you too. Stay in orbit, you guys. Ellen says I sound splendiferous. Oh, I love that word. Okay, Ellen, keep meditating. Stay on your mat. I love that. I love that you're on your mat when I'm on YouTube, Ellen. That's great. Let's see if there's any other before I go. Something in Spanish. No hablo español. Beth says, the question is, what is perfect? Is it different for everyone? Beth, that's a complicated question, my friend. Yeah, I think that's for a whole other video. So we'll talk about that later. How about that? JJ Singer says, keep picturing yourself at goal. I think that's really important that we visualize ourselves at goal, you guys. So you need to start getting that mental picture in your head for sure. That helps me. So, oh, Kathy, your husband just dropped your baby off at college yesterday. Oh, and his older sister goes back next Friday. So Kathy, you and I are going to be new empty nesters. And I've been thinking a lot about expectations for my husband and our life when our kids are gone. And my expectations are all over the place, you know. So I expect that we're going to have a lot more time together. And my goal there is that it's positive time and that we get closer together. And we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I've got to go. We're going to go to Trader Joe's today, and I'll vlog it for you all. I don't know where Anita is, Mary. Hello, shout out to Anita. Go check out Anita's channel at Chit Chat Patty Whack. She has a great channel. And thanks everybody for watching and hanging out with me this morning. I hope you feel, I know I'm not a Weight Watchers leader. I'm not a weight loss leader. So I just want to share my thoughts with you. I hope it was helpful. And please, you know, give me some feedback if you feel like that's kind of in line with your thinking, or if there's more that I could be thinking about or expand upon, or yeah, I just love all your feedback. You guys have helped me so much. Sending you all love and hope, and have a great day. Stay in orbit. Love y'all. Bye. See ya. Go do something fun today if you're not working. How do I get out of here? Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Oh, end stream. Bye. Oh, I have to hit that too.